Hello everyone, this is Dr. Tom Carr, aka Dr. Stoxx, DrStoxx of drstoxx.com, drstoxxtrading.com, ichthusletter.com, and on and on and on. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold today, so I'm going to just keep this very brief. Another great day with our Dr. Stoxx trading systems. We made a net gain of $776 today on our trading account, and that's on $169,800 invested. Now this is an account, as I've said before, I cap it at $200,000 just so that I don't mess up my entries and exits, trading too big of size, and I don't mess things up for my subscribers and my managed accounts, because we're all trading the same stuff more or less. So whenever it gets up to 200, I take money off the table, quite a big chunk off the table, put that into my long-term investing account, which is tax-free. And that's how we leverage our legacy portfolio, the Carr Family Fund. That's the fund that will not only we'll draw from for our retirement, but also be able to hand on to our children, even our grandchildren, do some good stuff for them, and get them well set up. So anyway, all of that, the way I manage our family money, is described in my video of the three-box system of portfolio management or money management. You'll find that in our YouTube channel if you want to search for that. If you can't find it, shoot me a quick email and I'll send you a link. But anyway, 0.4% net gain on our total account, and that compares favorably to the markets as a whole, which were very flat today. In fact, today was such a boring trading day. It was one of those watching the paint dry day. 0.13% positive gain for the S&P 500. It was a daily range of 0.36%, which was the second smallest range all year. So that's how narrow of a range it was trading in today. The Dow was barely up 0.08%. The QQQ, NASDAQ 100, anyway, just very flat day all around. The biggest mover in terms of a major commodity was oil, which had a very nice day, and we have a number of oil-related issues on, which helped us to our nice gain today. Now, I sold a bunch of stuff. Monday is always moving day for me as I sell out of stocks that no longer show up on my system scans and replace those with stocks that do show up on my system scans. And I also do a little bit of jockeying around in terms of position size, so I don't have too much money in any one stock if one stock is taken off, and might even throw a little bit more money in a stock that's traded down a bit. My biggest loser today was in PFSW, which was one of our hot stocks letter picks, but while it had a bad day because it gapped down at the open, overall the trade was a net, a very short gain, small gain on the week. I think we were in that for a couple of weeks. And it actually traded up quite nicely after that gap down open, 1036, closed at 1068, but we weren't in it at that point. Sold out of a nice gain in EVHC, which was one of our momentum letter trades. It is getting bought out and being taken private, and that news came out over the weekend, so it had a nice gap up in the morning. And although my letter would recommend holding those shares, I sold out at the open because I know that once a company announces it's being bought out, those shares just trade flat for weeks and weeks until the deal is done. So that's dead money. I just decided, let's take that off the table, put it elsewhere. So then we also put in some new trades that showed up on our scans, but I wanted to highlight a few big movers today. We had a nice move in SSKN. We're going to look at that chart in just a moment. That's one of our cheap stocks letter picks. Brand new trade, IEC, was up 3 1/3% today. And what else was a big mover for us? GPRK, which is not a newsletter trade, but one that showed up on my hot stocks letter scan in the middle of the week. And sorry, not my hot stocks, my momentum letter scan in the middle of the week. And so I put that on a couple of weeks ago, and it's been doing well for us since then. Big mover today was PFIE, which is a gas and oil related issue. And then we had a big move in JONE, one of our penny stocks letter picks. Now you can see I don't have much money in my penny stocks letter picks because I'm risk adverse. I don't like risk. I don't like big, massive drawdowns, and so I'd rather just keep my winnings very small in the penny stocks letter. Now I am accumulating these shares, so as the penny stocks letter improves its returns, then these position sizes will get larger respectively. But again, it all gets fostered out over all these positions, so I don't have too much in any one position. I do tend to put more money into my momentum trades. I put far less into my penny stocks trades. I put a little bit more than far less in my long-term Ichthus letter trades. Now I have other positions in these same stocks. These are the 18 stocks of my Ichthus letter portfolio. I have larger positions of these because this comprises my long-term portfolio along with some other index funds and bonds and things like that. But these are the primary stocks that I'm investing in over the long term. Some of these I've been in for several years now. And but these are the trading. These are the trading positions in those stocks. So I have my core position, long term. Don't touch that. I have my short term positions that I trade in and out of pretty much on a daily basis. But for the most part, the big prime mover of our account of our trading account are these momentum picks, because those tend to be the safest overall in the long term. And $767 today, not a bad return for a single day. Not our best by any means. We had a $4,000 day a couple weeks ago. We had a couple of 4-digit days last week. Three of those last week. Really nice week last week. And all right, let's look at some charts. One that we want to highlight today, well, this was our big mover PFIE, which is the oil and gas trade that showed up on one of my, I think it was my Hot Stocks letter scan a few weeks back, and I've been in it ever since. It showed up down in one of these yellow boxes down here. I forget which one, and it just has done nicely since then. I was put in kind of what I call a spinnaker pattern right here, this little sail pattern. And today it broke out to the upside on the resurgence in oil. Now, oil itself, if we can look at the chart, I have my ETF trend letter subscribers in this ETF UWT, which is 3 times leveraged, bullish leverage to the price of oil. Put in a nice bullish engulfing candle today after a gap down, and rallied back up nicely. And it looks like we've got this little 3-day set of resistance here around 31.15 or so, and with a little bit of push tomorrow, we should be able to break that to the upside. And then we've got this big gap up here to fill up to 38. So I got my subscribers in off of this hammer candle down here, and it's been a nice little trade so far. CRK is a energy play in our Hot Stocks letter. We've been in this for several weeks now. It had a very nice run initially off of our initial entry, and now it's been consolidating for the last few weeks inside this box, somewhere between 10 and 11.50. We had a nice bullish engulfing candle today on slightly better volume than the previous day. That's a good sign. But we need to get back up into the sort of the low 11s before we want to think about breaking out of this box, which I think is going to be the next move. SSKN was one from our cheap stocks letter, had a massive rally today after a massive sell-off on Friday last week. Big shakeout of weak hands, and that set up the nice rally today. Boy, I'm so glad that we trade this with a wide stop, because none of us got stopped out on that. Our cheap stocks letter uses wide stops because these small and micro cap stocks need more room to run. And this has been a great trade for us. Now, we got in back here in this first green box under $1.50 per share. We had to sit through quite a lot of pullback here, but then we got this next big leg up higher, and we're still in the momentum thrust of that leg. I think we can still go higher from here in this medical device company, which has amazing growth potential. Really, really cool stuff going on there. RRTS was one that I actually got my penny stocks letter subscribers out of at the open today for a very nice gain, because we got in down here off this hammer candle. This is what triggered our buy entry into that, and that was on a Friday close. Friday close right here. We got in on that Monday open, or was it down here? I think we got in down here. Anyway, one of those two candles we got in, rode it up very nicely, got subscribers out here, but it was also in our midweek update. So those of you who are trading our Wednesday to Wednesday updates for the penny stocks letter, you're still in this trade and still doing nicely, although your entry was a little bit higher. We trade only stocks priced under $2 per share, and so once it closed above $2 per share, here's $2 per share right there, then it fell off our scan. Nothing wrong with this stock. It probably still has more upside, but we're trading, low price turnaround candidates in the penny stocks letter. Here has been a perennial favorite of ours for the last few weeks and months. We had our subscribers in it way back here around $4 per share, and then we got our hot stocks letter into it in this big ramp up here, and then we've been swing trading it in our trend trade letter. We're still holding that position here. We got in off of this big and bullish engulfing candle was our entry signal, and we had a nice leg up last week. A little bit of pullback consolidation going on this week so far, but looks good, looks really good. All these big volume bars here are what we want to see. Nice price breakout, tagging the pivot, the breakout pivot, and running back up again. All of that's really good stuff. Okay guys, that's it for today. I'm going to get some rest. You all take care, and God bless everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye now.